Running.
So predictions. Oh, hey. So okay, type Mandalorian. So Disney was so determined to keep Baby Yoda a secret that they didn't do any merchandising.
Yeah, I know that.
They missed out on
It worked
like
out well.
millions of dollars of merchandise sold for Christmas because they didn't have time, obviously, to get Baby Yoda into the stores.
Yeah,
It's
either way.
crazy,
So
like
it's not gonna
Disney,
feel
like
Well,
saying no
they're
to
not
the
hurting
almighty
for money.
dollar.
Well, they also didn't trust Star Wars because the other shows have been crapping out. Like toy market wise, it's like the toy market's like literally Star Wars toy marketing is in the tank right now because of Last Jedi and the new series. It's like no one's buying. So like they've been down like 130%.
I can tell you somebody's buying it
compared to
because
where they
our kid got like a ton of Star Wars. That's all he cared about.
So, but no, they've been talking about that for ages now. Like the marketing has gone down like insanely since Disney's taken over Star Wars for toy sales and stuff like that. Because no one really likes the new characters.
Well, I would say that I can say that I definitely like Finn. He had the potential to be a great character.
Oh, he did, but then they regulated him to like a side character.
Yep.
And they did nothing with him, I guess, from what I hear. And like the last one, he just did nothing. He just kind of like fizzled out.
Yeah, I heard that too. But he did nothing. It was all about Rey and Kylo.
Which I said at the beginning, I was like, oh, I'm interested in this, like the redemption story of someone who sees the Empire and seeing if they can move. But then he just became comic relief, and I mean, heck, for Last Jedi, they sent him away from the like main story for most of it.
Yeah, I think Rian Johnson did a terrible job with The Last Jedi. Just my humble opinion. I think when you're watching it, it doesn't look like, it's interesting. It's very visually stunning. I think he had some decent ideas, but it really felt, and I'll tell you the exact reason why I don't like The Last Jedi, is because it felt like every character that was in there, every plot twist that was in there was meant to undercut what people had done before. Like, oh, Rey's parents are just drunkards. Like, she's not anything special. Oh, Luke Skywalker isn't a hero. He's just a grouchy old man.
It was designed solely to subvert expectations, just to subvert expectations. That's all it was.
Yeah, and honestly, like, I watch Star Wars because I love the characters. Like, Luke Skywalker was a whiny little brat, but we loved him, right? Han Solo,
yeah, because
brilliant.
we saw the evolution of the character into the hero he needed.
Yeah. So I think that's the only reason. I have no problem with Rey other than her being OP, but like her as a character, I would have really liked to see her be humanized and have some stuff done. I don't care if she's like a brilliant like pilot of the Millennium Falcon. Explain that, and show me why she's so amazing, and I will love it. I promise you, because I'm ready for some real strong female characters in the Star Wars series.
Was that it? Are we done?
Yeah, I think so.
That was the problem too, is that they he threw out a lot of the lore Rian Johnson did.
So we're
like
going
the established lore.
We're gonna kill some. Where are we going? Are we leaving?
I don't know, because it's saying that it's where we're at.
Do we go to a different area?
Oh, we need to kill
find the sandwich person. No, sandwich! Kill sandwich!
Saw it over here before we walked in here. Yeah, we weren't supposed to go over that one. That's all.
My bad. Oh, okay, to the right. So yeah, that was basically it. I love, Leia. Obviously, she's one of my favorite characters. And I was ready for Rey to be like that cool.
With some reluctance that I write on the Seven Lords.
But okay, so spoiler alert, I did read that they did like kill Leia off in this one.
Yeah,
I don't think
in
you guys
like the
care
most
much.
useful. Yeah, in the most useless way too.
Yeah, well, yeah, and it's because obviously they couldn't do anything. Carrie Fisher's gone. That was the only choice they had. But they killed off the three main characters that everybody cared about in the three movies. Like, is there a reason for this?
Yeah, it was. It's like Disney was just trying to, because that's the same reason they killed the extended universe. Was they were, they're just trying to get rid of it because they were like, oh, we don't want to deal with that stuff. And one of the firm believers does tell you there's a lot of crap in the extended universe.
Yeah, well, they didn't have to kill him like that, though. They could have.
But they didn't have to. They could have honored it and done something else. But Disney was all about just getting rid of it so they could start fresh.
Like, retired or something,
Yeah. I don't like that because
it's
we
like,
watched them
that's
on their
because Kathleen
journeys.
Kennedy's entire goal was to do that. She did it with the franchise too, to kill it, push her own agenda into it. It's like, and then just be gone with it. That was just That's like, so it mimicked exactly what she was trying to do.
I think Lucas needs to, Lucas Art needs to buy back this the whole franchise.
Yeah, they paid like $4 billion for it. There's no way.
and then start again.
They also didn't even like invite him to the premiere.
Oh,
Like,
really?
not that he didn't
Aw.
go. They didn't invite
Wow.
George Lucas whatsoever to the
Wow.
premiere of this last one.
I
That's
messed
messed
up.
up.
I mean, I should tell you exactly what's going on because Lucas. Well, I think it's because he came
He
on
did say he
because I don't know if
didn't
you
like
ever saw
Jedi.
like. Well, he did. He said he didn't like it, but then also if you watch like their Field of Dreams or whatever it is, the Lucas thing on Disney, he talks about it and he says, "Hey, he's like, I had 3 scripts set up already for these movies.
I think he had the treatment.
He's like-
yeah.
Yeah, and Disney paid for them. It's like so his intent was like they were going to use them because why would you pay for something you weren't going to use?"
I will say, like, even the prequels, you could tell that George Lucas started off with a destination in mind. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
he
it's
knew
like-
how
yeah,
these were gonna go. There was no like plot twists where, like, oh, this happened, and oh, it just happens to contradict the thing that happened previously. Like that, it felt like that was going on a lot with the current trilogy, and that kind of made me mad.
Yeah, it's exactly what it was. It's like, and that was the thing is like they might. I mean, granted, the dialogue's horrible in the prequels.
Yes,
It's like,
it is
you couldn't
terrible.
really write the dialogue.
And I would
It's,
say
like,
the acting
understandable.
is not great either.
It's like, but it had a point to it. It's like, and it followed and it stayed within the rules of the universe and didn't like really come out of that. Because that's what sucked with Last Jedi and some of this other stuff was that this universe has been well established.
Yeah.
It's like we know exactly what's happened with it.
Yeah.
It's like because it's based on science and workings that every universe does. But just like if things changed in Lord of the Rings, if literally Frodo just started flying his way to Mount Doom, it would, like break everything. You'd be like, what the hell's going on? It's like, and that's what happened. Leia flew through space.
Yeah. And then the guy.
Hey,
It's
there's
like
sandwich.
these are like, what?
Like,
We found sandwich.
sandwich.
Yay, we killed him.
I think I want a sandwich now.
Let me do my inventory of my skills.
A beer's making me hungry. Ooh, legendary, the executioner.
Legend. Wait for it. Jerry! Oh, I knew Ying was gonna join in on that one.
That's what kills me because even in like Force Awakens, I was interested in Force Awakens. I was like, okay,
Yeah, it
it's
was
not
kind
a
of
great
repeat,
start.
but it was okay.
I was like, I'll watch it, but there's two things that happened, like Finn using the lightsaber. It's like, okay, I was like, nah, it doesn't work. Rey being like, amazingly good with the lightsaber right off the bat. I was like, nah, it didn't. But then also like Poe, it happened with Poe too. Like when that one scene where in like 10 seconds he kills like 8 TIE fighters, I'm like, why do we even have a fleet? Just send that guy out there. It's like it was over the top like bull crap like that, which killed it. It's like, and I'm just like, no, you can make things cool, but still, it's got to be within the reasons of the universe. It's like Luke, like you see that in like the battle on Hoth is a perfect example. Like they're still taking, they're doing good, but they're still taking casualties because this isn't like a one-sided fight. There needs to be some kind of give and take in that. Otherwise, the stakes mean nothing because there is no risk. And that was the problem with Rey, is there was never any risk with Rey whatsoever. I mean, even you even look at it now, it's like, look what has been the defining moment through all the 2 trilogies that came before this. It's inevitably like the hero always loses something, whether it be family, whether it be a limb. Rey lost nothing the entire thing. So
Family or a limb. Just a limb.
Yeah, yeah. It's like but it's like because Luke lost his aunt and uncle, lost his hand. It's like
And his
Anakin
hand.
lost his mother, lost his arm. It's like, but Rey lost nothing. So she started in the exact same place she was when the series began, and you're just like, no, that's a garbage character's journey. It's a garbage hero's journey.
What are you
It's like,
guys
it makes
thinking
sense.
of the new Force healing, by the way? We saw Baby Yoda do it, and I understand it was used quite extensively in The Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, because it gives up life force, which I was like, I don't really like that. It's like just because it's been so established in lore for so long. I mean, hell, the MMO is still active right now, and there's force healing in that. So you're telling me every time you heal somebody, it's like I like the way the EU approached it better.
How's that?
It's like, because I think the first one we did was the one where she used the force to heal them, and it's basically like manipulating the cell structures using the force to like rebuild themselves. It's like so.
Hey,
It's,
guy.
Do you want to join the party? You can join in.
Yeah.
Since you're on our friends list. Here, I'll invite you real quick. There you go. You can join our game.
Alright.
Has joined my party.
Just make sure you wear a bib because I'm doing a lot of corpse explosions.
Me?
he's blowing up corpses.
Yeah, he's a messy, messy fighter. What's the other thing? I think I'm okay with force healing, but I do have a lot of questions about it. Like, it should be only the most powerful Jedi can do it, and why wouldn't Anakin like do it for his mother? You know, isn't he supposed to be the most powerful Jedi in history?
Well, not anymore, because they all threw that away with Rey. Like, it's like at the very end of it, they were like, "Oh, you succeeded where we failed," and I'm just like, no, it's not the way it is. So once again, like Luke and Anakin were nothing.
Oh no, sorry. Well, you're brand new, so to be expected.
Jesus.
Stand back here.
Hang on. Let me see if I have anything you can wear. I don't think you can wear any of the stuff I have, but I'll drop it and see. Okay.
I got a level 3 thing.
This one's level 7. I don't think you can use any of it.
Level 8.
Oh. 3 here.
5.
Here's a 3.
She'll catch up quick.
Yeah,
It's a
we'll
level 1.
power level you.
It's a level 1 right there.
But yeah, no, it was just like overall, it was just crappy story writing. And the problem is that we probably could have had a good closer if Abrams hadn't been trying to recorrect from the total like crap show that was
yeah,
Rian
it was like
Johnson.
he had to waste his entire movie doing damage control for the previous one.
Yeah, it's like, and that was the problem. Is like he probably could have like wrapped it up in a somewhat appealing.
Pets? Oh, I guess they're for the
He probably just needs to stick with Star Trek and leave Star Wars
chickens
alone.
everywhere.
Well, it's like even Star Trek he didn't do exceptionally well because
I like
Abrams
the first
is
one.
more
I
of
didn't
an
care for the
action
second
guy.
one too much.
It's like the only reason the second one's good is because Benedict Cumberbatch is Khan. That's it.
Oh gosh, he's
It's
so
like-
good, isn't he?
So,
Love
but
it.
other than that, it's like Abrams is more a, like I said, an action thing. He makes things look beautiful. He makes great explosions and things like that. You know, he's not
the
really good
story-
for like the
yeah.
story wise, especially when you're talking like the political atmosphere that is Star Trek. You know,
Well,
'cause
you know
Star
we should
Trek's
do
never
it?
been about space battles and stuff like that. It's been
Yeah.
about the workings of like basically humanity, races, aliens, whatever you want to call it. You know, working together, overcoming their differences. Minus the Borg. The Borg were in there just solely to fight Star Wars.
I love the Borg. You know, First Contact is my favorite Star Trek movie.
I'm sorry, nothing compares to Deep Space Nine. I'm just a huge Deep Space Nine fan.
Well, there are no movies
Well,
for
you know
Deep
what?
Space Nine.
Yeah,
so-
the more I watch Deep Space Nine, the more I prefer it. To be honest.
Well, it was the first time they got away from like the serial kind of stuff and got more into like the overarching storylines.
Exactly.
It's just
The story arc, yeah.
I like Cisco because he's a very human. It showed Starfleet had humanity because Picard's always going to be the most perfect captain of all time. You know, he always
so
makes the right decision.
fabulous.
He is, and it's like I don't mind him being that way either because the way Patrick Stewart plays him is pretty phenomenal. It's like,
Yeah.
and he should be that. You know, it's like they gave a good explanation for how he became that. You know, it's like so it makes sense to me in the lore. It's like, and that's kind of cool to have him as someone that they can strive to. But
Where are you
Cisco is a
guys?
very humanized approach to it, and he does what's
they're up there.
necessary, and I really like.
Yeah, I like Cisco too. I
It's
think
just like-
you and I had talked about this before. How you know how Picard dealt with Q for so long, and then Cisco just punched him in the face.
He
Do
did.
you remember that?
Yeah, he was like, he was like, Picard never punched me.
That was a really
That's why I
good way,
said that-
without necessarily being disrespectful. That was a really good way to establish that Cisco was not like previous captains we'd seen.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
like-
Yeah.
And I said, I think it's In the Moonlight or the Pale Moonlight or whatever it is, the one where he basically fabricates evidence to pull the Romulans into their side to fight
Yes,
the Dominion.
I do remember
It's
that
like
one.
in-
Yeah.
And he was like, that was such a great episode because he was talking about, he's all giving the monologue kind of stuff, telling the story of what's happened. It's like, and he's like, I fabricated evidence, I killed, I murdered in cold blood. If I do it all again, he's like, I would do it exactly the same way. And I was just like, oh, it was such a good speech.
He had such a really cool, authoritative way of talking.
Oh, and I liked it because he would yell, but he only yelled like sometimes. It's like, and otherwise, you tell when he was angry. He was probably my favorite captain to get angry.
He had that way of like yelling without yelling. It was like you were being scolded, or I don't even know how to explain it. So, no, I would say no. Picard and Cisco are amazing, but I agree that Cisco had that special something. I wouldn't say I necessarily like him better than Picard, but I don't know. Maybe I do.
There's just two different kinds of captains.
Yes.
I mean, and
Yeah.
they're both better than Kirk. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that much.
Ancient Waterway.
Did they ever? I don't know. Like a long time ago, those there were a Worf storyline or a Worf TV show. And here
I think they talked about it. Yeah.
I'm doing air quotes, and you can't see that.
Are we going?
Yeah, the Ancient Waterway.
I still haven't seen the new Picard show either.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sign up for CBS All Access. I'm sorry, I have too much
Yeah,
already.
not either.
Yeah.
You guys ready to go down to Eastern Channel?
You know, we let go of cable TV a long time ago to save money, and
Yeah,
and
and now we have Disney Plus and Amazon Prime and Netflix, and I'm not gonna sign up for anything else.
It's like it's not enough to get me there. It's like to bring me to it. CBS doesn't have enough entertainment to provide that. You know,
No.
it's like I'm like no. Disney does. Disney's about the only ones. Disney and Netflix are about it.
I feel like Disney would be worth it just for Tugs. I think he loves it. He's been watching Kim Possible. Yeah, and all the Star Wars movies, Star Wars shows, really.
Impossible.
And I think that's the cool thing is that Disney Plus has, even though it has some like a little bit of mature content, like it doesn't have anything that I would mind him watching. So I can feel totally safe.
It's
with him on Disney Plus.
definitely more family friendly.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, they watched what Tailspin, Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers.
Darkwing Duck.
Yeah.
I was dying when I texted you guys that picture of that kid at school. He was like running around with his little blanket up. It was on pajama day, and he was like, "I'm Darkwing Duck." And then he was saying like, "Let's get dangerous." And it was just the cutest thing I've ever seen. Because, I mean, I'm sure he didn't even know about Darkwing Duck until Disney Plus came out.
Products were created by order of the Trade Consortium Council after the
Yeah, I don't know. I have a couple of CDs of Darkwing Duck, but I think I showed it to the other kids.
I don't think we ever showed it to Tugs.
A reliable source of water allowed the city to
I said I was happy because I found like the ugliest dachshund and that darn cat and like so many other things. It's like, oh sweet, all these things like.
I was excited that they had both Parent Traps on there. And all the Swiss Family Robinson movies, like there was 2 of them.
Yep.
But my favorite one was, of course, the one with that really annoying kid that's in all the Disney movies. Who played Francis.
Oh yeah. Well, there's one on there that surprised the heck out of me too. Was I don't even know this happened, but do you remember the old Babes in Toyland?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
did
there
you
was
see
one.
Keanu Reeves and Drew Barrymore?
Yeah, there was. That's what I was gonna say. There was one that was remade, and I was like, how do I not know about this?
How did Keanu Reeves and Drew Barrymore star in a movie together
Yeah.
and we didn't know?
It was a remake of Babes in Toyland and it had Drew Barrymore and Keanu Reeves, and I was like, what the hell?
I have not watched it, but I did see it on there.
Yeah, it had like a 5 out of 10 stars, so I was like, maybe that's why I don't know about it.
So it's like, what is falling down from the sky? Is it bodies?
I guess. I don't know. Somebody, oh, down. Okay, I think we're going. Are we going the wrong way?
Yeah, we
Thanks,
don't need
I'll
to go back
around.
that way.
So I saw a meme the other day. I might have posted it on Facebook. I don't remember, but it was saying that Jon Favreau decided to make a Christmas movie, and it became an instant classic, which was Elf. And then Jon Favreau decided to make a superhero movie, and it launched the MCU, which was Iron Man. And then it says Jon Favreau decided to make a Star Wars show, and Baby Yoda is born. It was like, obviously, Jon Favreau is a god.
Oh, I know.
It's true, he can do no wrong, really.
And the more they talk about it, though, I think he's probably going to end up one that's going to be taking Kennedy's spot.
I still don't see him, like, I guess he's a powerhouse in terms of producing and directing, but I still don't see him as, I still see him as that angry cop from The Replacements, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. It's like I think he would do well there if he handled himself more like Kevin Feige does, you know, where he's kind of like just a creator, you know, kind of sits in the back and kind of makes sure everything kind of connects and follows the proper like, you know, procedures and what they're looking for. I think he'd probably do really, really well in that role. It's like, but I definitely know one thing: they need to get Deborah Chow to do more and more episodes.
She's a great.
Like I'm so happy.
Yeah.
I'm so happy with. Oh, Treasure Golem.
Oh no, let's go get him.
No!
And big bada booms. Oh.
I'm so happy that that they decided to like give her the Obi-Wan series. I'm
Yeah, I'm
so
excited
stoked to
about
see
that.
her like.
Where is he? I can't even see him. Did we
He's
kill
dead.
him? Okay. Yes, I'm glad they're making it a series and not a movie.
I am
I
too.
feel like Obi-Wan really needs some... I mean, he's a character you could really flesh out, right? Especially Ewan McGregor. He's one of the most talented actors of his generation. I mean, he actually was one good thing about the prequels.
Yeah, we spent a
the
lot of
the
time.
only good thing.
There were some things I liked. I'm trying to remember what they were, but there were some things I liked.
Well, I had some good action and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The purple lightsaber. Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, don't die.
Oh,
Oh, we're coming. Sorry.
where are you? Sorry, I didn't realize you were over here fighting.
Yeah, I didn't do any damage to them at all.
You will. Just give it time.
Should be getting close, aren't you?
She's
Oh,
7.
it's,
No, she's like
it's
half
7
our
now.
level.
Not at all.
Monkey's little thumbnail looks a little bit like Geralt.
Ah, yeah.
Yes.
What is that you gotta follow you, big chick?
That's a malfeasance.
It's creepy.
Yeah, I know.
I've become stronger.
Alright, we did it.
Yay!
Okay, to Temple of the Firstborn.
What's happening now?
Oh, I got teeth.
Gateway is hot.
Yeah, that's because I arrived here. I'm hot.
I have heard troubling news.
Yes, it's all you. Well, I don't know. I mean, you do look like Geralt, so.
From the shadows, and its members gather to the north.
Sexy.
They
I'm sexy
conduct
and you
their
know it.
rituals under the veil of the
Oh
shadows,
yeah.
where few will think to look
Woohoo!
for them. One can only guess what dark rituals they will pursue in the forgotten corners of
Am I playing a match again?
Yeah.
I'm playing a Demon Hunter again. What's up with that? I mean,
I'm
like,
still
what's
on the
wrong with that?
Crusader.
Yeah. Why are you giving my a hard time? I can't see anything because you're exploding everything.
I know.
I see red.
No!
Who's breaking stuff? Oh my!
There is no end to the number of rituals
Just running off by yourself again.
this mortal flesh.
Wayne was supposed to help me.
Some call the process ascension. A lie,
That's some tough love right there.
no doubt buys
Yeah.
convenience. But mark my words, these abominations have not ascended.
Not ready yet.
They live only to suffer and hate until they meet their final death.
Sweet revenge.
Why does this guy keep coming back every time I kill him? I don't understand.
The event.
So did I kill him?
Yes, keep killing them.
Oh, okay.
I gotta get a hunt.
Alright. Well, that's great.
Need more time.
Hello.
I killed 66, and I'm pretty sure 59 of them were that guy.
I killed 91.
You did not. You've been gone this whole time.
That's what it says in my
If you were here, we
screen.
might have been able to actually get 100.
I think
No,
like
somebody had to go use the bathroom.
Oh, that was up.
Feel my wrath.
Oh, I did take 3 steps.
Not ready yet.
I got my chakrams.
betrays you.
Rain, you kill everything.
It is true. But right now we're just trying to basically get through this part to get our characters up to 70. I'm not a fan of these roaches falling from the sky.
They kill everything though. That's part of the thing.
The roaches good
Oh.
guys?
Yes.
Is that what it is? Oh, okay.
Like the roaches on the ground are bad guys, but the ones that are falling from the sky are.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I couldn't figure out why there were roaches falling from the sky.
Yeah.
I was like,
kill
oh,
everything.
I don't know, I guess we decimated them before they came to us. Like, we're that
that
badass.
The Crusaders had learned all they could. Akan sent them out
Well,
into
levels
the
up
world,
again.
seeking a way to cleanse the
I guess we gotta go this way.
corruption coiled in the heart of the Zakarum faith. There was no clear goal for them to pursue, and some clerics claimed it was a fool's errand, that they could never succeed. But
Maya,
these
it's probably not a wise
Crusaders
choice for you to go out in front.
Right? Ow! I fall off the
I
cliff!
told you! You got killed by a roach!
Freaking roach! So my body went on the cliff. Thank you.
You're welcome. You got killed by a roach. It's like Joe's Apartment, the horror movie.
It's like that big frost at Nova is one of the things that happens.
I should get accustomed to that.
I'm not sure how I feel about this season, but it is nice not to have to worry about the circles. I was constantly, the last season I was just constantly vaulting from circle to circle to circle. Yay! Good job, people. Okay, we enter the Sanctum of Blood.
So much blood everywhere.
Yeah, because of you.
Hey!
Ooh, legendary.
You won't survive that.
Sanctum of Blood.
They.
Blah 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 blah. Just coming down.
Oh, well, that was eventful. Look, you're killing all the different Vidians. Lord of Envy. Nobody envies you, buddy. You are fugly.
Sweet revenge.
Monkey killed him.
Oh, yeah. Oh, oh.
hit 20, so I get a new passive skill. Woohoo! Ooh, so much to pick up. So exciting. Alright. Anything good? I'm gonna go back to town and sell all this junk. I keep hitting E to equip something.
And I'm pushing all the wrong buttons.
Yeah, I hit O to drop something, hit E to equip it. I don't know what's wrong with me. I still don't have any shoulders. Did I get any shoulders this time? Ooh, I got a fancy crossbow. No shoulders still. That's weird. I should go buy some, I guess. They're not going to come to me magically.
I need to go back. I've become stronger.
Oh, just leveled up while I was standing there. That's nice.
And we started into town.
I just accidentally sold my Heroic chest to the little girl.
Oh no!
It's okay. No, I bought it back, but kind of
I
funny.
didn't even know you could do that.
Yeah.
Uh oh. I think I did the same thing.
It's okay. You can buy it back for 1 gold.
Yep. I did something.